Hello everyone and welcome back to Yakuza. I am Drunken Dan.
I'm Train. He's Sabo.
Shit.
Wait.
Well,
Wait.
fuck.
Oh no. Kiryu for Smash when?
Haha,
That
I
doesn't seem
lied.
right.
I'm actually not Drunken Dan. I'm Medi. How you doing?
You can't be many. You put out content.
Listen, he puts out content every week on my channel.
Is Medi even still alive?
Yes.
Yes.
I haven't heard from him in like.
The
Road
gag...
Runners.
Sabo, the gag is he's in the Sam and Max videos.
It might not be many actually. It could just be a pre-record. Could just be like his pre-recorded lines, just like hastily edited to sound like he's talking.
Yeah, I just have like a giant archive of Medi talk, and I just do like the YouTube boop thing where I splice the audio.
I mean, with all the random shit he says with Carl, I wouldn't be surprised if this.
Hello, this is Medi. We're watching Sam and Max.
It's actually like
that's way too enthusiastic to be many. You don't sound nearly as dead inside.
Anyway, so, Kiryu for Smash, I see what you did there, because Akira, or Ren, depending on how you want to talk, Joker, we'll just say Joker's in Smash.
His name is Ren. It's not Akira.
It's Canon Ren.
Oh, I know that, but people get mad when you say, when you don't say Akira, so. I actually got someone mad at me for doing that, and I'm like, he's like, no, it's Akira. I'm like, but the dancing game even has his name as Ren now.
Silence.
Yeah, and God forbid you don't play the dancing game.
I mean, I didn't say you have to play the dancing game.
But, I mean, I kind of thought about it, and I was like, after we got over the initial never see it coming jokes, I actually figured, you know what, I probably should have seen this coming, because it makes perfect sense.
Persona Q came out around that time in Japan. Dancing games just came out in America.
Then
It's
also,
owned by Sega.
yeah, so it's
So the question is if they put him in to advertise Q2 or if they put him in because they're going to re-release 4 on the Switch.
they put him in because Q2 is extra advertisement for Smash. I mean, not that it really needs it, but
Yeah.
I mean Q2 didn't exactly sell very well, but
no, but it's not.
It's on a dead system.
But kind of the whole point of like cross promotion and shit like that is not so much that people who buy Q2 will then think, oh, I'll go and get Smash Bros. It's because stuff like Q2 comes out, people are like, oh yeah, Persona is sort of relevant again, and then you go, oh, by the way, Joker's in Smash. Of course, I really hate having to say that because then it's always like, I know one guy who's gone, wait, what? What DC games were on the Nintendo systems recently? And it's like, no, you fool.
Oh, you freaking casual. We're talking about Persona, Joker. Yeah.
Don't you want to know how I got these scars?
Yes, actually.
You
Why
want to know how I got
so
these scars?
serious?
You want to know how I got these scars? It's because
Uh,
ripping off that mask 10 times a day really starts to leave a mark after a while.
Oh, I thought it was because of drug overdose. I went there. Oh well. But hey, Smash came out. Oh, I guess we should
I
talk
don't
about the
have it.
VGAs and how we were mostly wrong, but except I was
Yeah,
right.
yeah. We were wrong in the sense that we got RPG just completely wrong. I forgot about Monster Hunter's visuals. They look less cartoony. I'm using finger quotes here. And also Sabo is making all the noise in the background that he can right now. Thank you for that.
Right?
Like, are you wrapping presents while you're doing this?
No, I was wrapping up a French fry container that I just finished.
Oh my god.
I'll get rid of it.
So, where the fuck were we? I got distracted by
We'll
that.
talk about how desperately wrong we
yeah.
are about the VGAs, but I was the least wrong, and that's what's most important.
What we failed to realize was just how hard they would suck Rockstar's cock.
I kind of figured that. Oh
We
no,
under-
what
I
I
mean,
didn't
we knew
know.
they.
What I
We just underestimated it.
was their ability to remember God of War, because I assumed
Yeah.
God of War would be the title that everyone would go crazy about for like a week, which they did, and then it would come out, and then it would like the week after, and everyone go, well, it was like, actually just okay, like the combat system was a bit wonky. You know, it was fine for what it was, but it wasn't anything super great. But no, apparently it was the best game ever, 2018. So, good job, Montreal. I mean, get fucked Spider-Man, I guess.
Yeah, Spider-Man. It sucks. Spider-Man didn't really get anything. I'm
I'm
surprised.
fucking shocked that of all one award I thought that God of War deserved, or Spider-Man deserved, was the voice actor one, because I thought, okay, well, Kratos was like, everyone liked Kratos, everyone loved Teal'c from Stargate as Kratos in his performance. Surely he's gonna win.
No, it has to go to Rockcock, because everything needed to go to Rockcock. Because Rockcock made the best game. Remember how great their music is in that game? It's so memorable. Like that one track that went... And that other one that was like... God, I love that soundtrack.
Not even like any, you know, cowboy music?
I mean, there's cowboy music, but it's like, I wouldn't say any of it's
It's like generic. It's like generic cowboy
like
music.
You consider last year it was shit like Persona up against Nier.
And like Nier 1, which
deserved to win, to be fair.
Yeah, Nier was really good, but between those two of them, it's really hard.
Like,
and then this year you had some stuff that was actually pretty good, and then they gave it to fucking Rockcock because you know it's because like last year they didn't really have a good Western one that they could just bullshit. But if you have a Rockcock game, you can always put a Rockcock game up.
I mean, they could have just given it to God of War or Spider-Man.
I'd rather it have gone to them, because they actually have a soundtrack.
Spider-Man gets nothing.
I don't really care too much for Spider-Man soundtrack, just because it's very kind of like Danny Elfman light.
I mean,
like,
yeah, but at least it's a fucking soundtrack.
Yeah, I guess.
Every time
I hear, the problem is though, every time I hear the main theme, it sounds like the quote-unquote theme for the Flash TV show, and I fucking hate that show.
But like,
so
my point is, it's still a soundtrack though, versus Red Dead having like occasional like we just found this stock cowboy music in the royalty-free department. Let's just use this.
Flash TV show doesn't have a theme; it just has.
No, but you know the like music that plays whenever they're doing the last time on the Flash, and then oh my god, Barry, I can't believe you lied. Oh my god, I can't believe so and so's kissing Caitlyn. And it's like, oh hey, sorry, I just summed up like every episode.
You summed up every episode of every CW show.
No. If I sum up every CW show, it's just pointless drama.
Yeah, that's what you just did there. Pointless drama. So that's every CW show.
Not Legends of Tomorrow. They don't have pointless drama.
Okay. Legends of Tomorrow can be the outlier because I only ever watched the one season.
I mean, every fucking thing needs one outlier. That's just the rule.
From
like kind of like how there's like one or two DC movies that are actually good.
Apparently Aquaman is one of those now.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
So that's good for DC.
They even have Black Manta in all his ridiculous-looking costumeness.
I'm glad.
And then you get to and then you look at Captain Marvel, and it's like, ooh.
Where they got the actress with the least amount of like emotion in her fucking face.
I don't know.
You tell me you couldn't find another blonde actress who could actually emote? Is that what you're telling me? Or even just not. It doesn't even need to be a blonde. Just dye their hair blonde. They might as well have gotten a chick.
An actress. Why can't it be an act man?
like you might as well have gotten that fucking chick from Twilight who doesn't emote either. It'd be the same fucking thing. What is it? Like, I don't get this whole thing where it happens more with actresses. I find where they'll get like this actress and they'll be popular and they just can't emote. They just have that same dull-eyed look on their face.
Because they get in roles that people like, and people prefer roles to people who play the roles.
Yeah, but I want people.
Okay, so take Hugh Jackman, right?
Yeah.
Nobody really gave a shit about him until he was Wolverine.
Yeah.
And then he exploded, and it's like, yeah, and now every time, and then you see him, and you're always thinking, hey, look, Wolverine's in this movie.
Yeah, but he's actually like.
He's pretty
really
good
as Wolverine.
He is, but what I'm saying is that at the end of the day, it's people It's when you get to the people who are playing who play characters that other people like, and you know as well as I do, people will excuse anything if they like stuff, if they like something enough.
That's true.
Like I have a friend who it was Sabo, who when we were discussing the Civil War. And you said, yeah, but if you take, and you even told me, yeah, if you take out all of these bad parts, Civil War's great. And it's like, you just took out the whole story, all of the characters.
Listen, Puma Man would be a great superhero movie if you just watched a different superhero movie and called it Puma Man.
Even if it's Black Cougar.
I don't know.
Oh,
I've never heard of Black Cougar.
Oh.
I was referencing like an old shitty like B superhero movie called Puma Man.
Yeah, I know what you were referencing. I've seen Mystery Science Theater.
Okay, good.
I was referencing an old, not quite so old 90s shitty B movie called Black Cougar.
Yeah, no, I've never heard of this one.
Oh my god, you should look it up. It's pretty bad. And also it's very much Black Panther. But Red Letter Media did a video on it.
Oh wait, I remember
The
this
one who's
now.
friends to all children?
Yes, yeah, I remember this now. I remember that Red Letter Media video.
And you're watching it and you're like, yeah, how did they not get sued? How? How did Marvel go, yeah, no, you can't use I guess it's back when nobody cared about Black Panther.
I mean, nobody cared about Black Panther until they made that movie.
Until Civil War.
Like I said, until they made that movie.
If it was like the late 90s, early 2000s, that would have been just before they started to push Black Panther in the comics as well.
They realized that they were going nowhere trying to push the fucking Falcon, and we're like, why don't we try Black Panther? Nobody fucking cares about the Falcon. It took them, like, almost 10 years to finally give up trying to push the Falcon.
Falcon's alright as a supporting character, but he's not good enough to be a primary character, yeah.
Even as a supporting character, I always found him lame.
Yeah, but he's just like the Hawkeye, right? He's just there to fill out the numbers, to be the most...
I mean, the filler, sure. I mean, filler, I don't hate him, but I've always just been like, oh, it's the guy with the bird wings.
It's Falcon.
Okay.
Hey, look, it's young Black Vulture. He is. He has the same like basic suit and skill set as Vulture. He's just young and black.
And not a psychopath.
Well, give it time. Every Captain America becomes is a psychopath at one point.
You know, I like to forget the fact that he was Captain America for a little bit.
Captain Falcon. Oh wait.
Yeah, we can't do that. Then Nintendo will sue.
And Nintendo will sue at the drop of a hat. They'll sue without the hat dropping.
No.
They'll sue if you look at them funny.
Yeah, because they'll throw
Like the hat is staying on my head, but I'm still going to sue you.
They'll throw Cappy
I'll sue you.
No, what they'll do is they'll throw Cappy onto Phoenix Wright so he can prosecute for them.
I'll sue ya! We'll take all your money! I'll sue ya, even if you look at me funny! I'll sue ya!
Oh. I was gonna say we should probably talk about Smash, but I'm the only one here who's played it.
Yeah,
and is playing it right now, actually.
I
own a Switch. I want to. I want to play it so bad. I want it, but I won't be able to get a... I won't be able to get a Switch until, like, after tax season, probably.
Oh, fair enough.
So, like, that'll probably be, like, sometime in February, March, around there. I'll get it. And then I'll start playing Smash. Bless you.
Thank you.
Then I'll start playing Smash. I really, really fucking want to play as Richter.
Die, monster, you don't belong in this world.
Don't belong in this world. Doesn't he actually say that as one of his victory lines?
I think, yes. I wouldn't be surprised. The game's pretty memey.
I mean, have you seen the ghost ability for Paz?
Yes. It comes equipped with a bomb. Right in the vagina.
Snake, there's another in my... What was it? It was funny. Someone showed me that, and they're like, Jesus Christ, Sakurai. And my response was, I just linked them a video of the guy from Wind Waker going, kaboom! And he's just like, Jesus Christ,
wait,
Dad.
that's actually in the game?
Yes.
Yes.
Why?
Because it's funny.
That's not even the right snake.
So?
It's just, they have characters from all over.
Yeah, they're
spirits.
Or have it gotten to the point where they're forgetting which is Big Boss and which is Solid Snake?
No, it's like they have Chun-Li and Alpha Chun-Li as spirits. They have like every kind of reference from everything that they can get their grubby little hands on. Rayman's a spirit in the game because he's too shitty to be a character.
No, because he's too Western to be in the game.
No, well, I mean, probably, but he's also shit.
I said this to that was the one thing where a friend of mine is like, "Oh, we can get Banjo now," and it's like, "No,
Oh,
I'll tell
yeah,
you why we can't get Banjo because he's too American."
Also, he would be a bitch to get a hold of. We've talked about that before.
Oh, yeah.
I do like though. Was it when Joker got in? There were some people. Well, one of my favorite images was a crying Banjo with Joker drinking his tears.
I mean,
But
if I had to make any prediction, I'm thinking either a Resident Evil character or a Tekken character like Heihachi's in next.
Oh yeah, we probably get another Namco character because Sega and Namco only have like
that
Sega will have 2 reps, but
that
Namco
and like
only has
Tekken
1.
is suspiciously absent, despite them sort of having a thing with Tekken last game.
They did, yeah, it wasn't. They didn't get 7 though.
No, but they had. But the whole point was in the last Smash Bros. There was like Heihachi stuff, and in this one, as far as I can see, it's all absent, which leads me to think that Tekken might be coming later.
But what was I gonna say? But yeah, so we have 2 Sega reps now with Joker coming, so we'll probably get another Namco rep. But yeah, I still. I love making fun of Metal Gear 5. The writing is so fucking... It's like Z grade. It's what happens when you let Kojima just do what he wants and no one tells him, no, that's dumb. What are you doing?
Well, looks like we're gonna be doing that again.
I just look up the past thing. Wow, that's horrible.
There's another in my... And then she explodes. It doesn't help that I didn't give a shit about Pass, and then they do that fucking, Z movie exploitation bullshit, and I'm just laughing.
It's like...
Even when she jumped out of the helicopter, I was just laughing.
Bypass.
I was like, oh god, are we really doing this?
Whoops.
I guess the answer is yes. And then there's just everything with Huey. Just everything about that game is like a Z grade movie. Like, Metal Gear is typically, I'd say, like a B grade. And then Metal Gear 5 is Z grade.
The difference is there was
It's
charming...
edgy. Like, I keep forgetting that, like, Metal Gear is not a mean thing about this badass jumping out of cardboard boxes and, like, punching people. I'm like, oh, right, this is really depressing. I kind of forgot that.
It's not really depressing, it's just more stupid.
Yeah, it's a lot dumber than people
with
remember.
Big Boss is very serious and people dying.
People die when they are killed.
As opposed to like Snake jumping out of cardboard boxes and Vulcan Raven walking around. Snakes don't belong in Alaska.
Okay, I'm gonna counter that and remind you, in Metal Gear 3, he fought a man who summons bees.
Yeah, his power was
true.
Was just straight up bees.
That is true.
And also, fear!
Yeah, his power was being a dumb shit who would eat whatever was in front of him.
His power was darkness.
No, that's Xehanort. Or...
Fear!
Or,
No, the joke is that there's a video that's like, when you play Kingdom Hearts, just replace every instance of darkness with bees. And it'll still make just as much sense.
I know now Kingdom Hearts is bees.
A deadly bee weapon! A weapon to surpass Metal Gear!
Metal bee.
You gotta get it in. Metal bees!
Isn't that just Zoids?
There might be a Zoid that's a bee.
Yeah, I think there is a Zoid that is a bee, but most of them are not.
Is it called Zubby?
Zabido!
Zabi? Which Zabi?
No.
Char, you've betrayed me!
No, I was doing a Kamen Rider Kabuto joke.
Oh, I was thinking of
Because the guy in that who's like themed after a wasp is just called Zubby.
nothing personal.
Dr. Bees!
Blame the misfortune of your birth.
In other news, we got a release date for Super Robot Wars T.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
It's in March. Yeah, 30th March.
Yeah.
Hooray! So that'll be something to look forward to. And then, in actual important news, Godzilla trailer
Actually,
2.
it's actually the 20th of March.
Oh, but Godzilla trailer too, though, Sabo. I did like a whole lead-in.
All right, fine. Get your Godzilla out.
Oh my god, it was so fucking good.
He's got a giant stiffy for it, so
It was so good.
I know. He practically poked me in the eye with it all the way over here when he first showed me the trailer.
Oh yeah, me too.
It's so.
I was in the grocery store, and I'm just like, okay, Train.
It's so good. Like, I showed it to a friend of mine, and he posted, and he came back with the image of Ghidorah in the storm standing over Godzilla, and he was like, "Well, sorry, artists, you will never make something this beautiful ever." But like, see how you look at that, and I think, man, why can't more trailers be that kind of good? Because it just like highlights everything you'd want to see in this movie. And I look at the Endgame trailer, and I think, man, I hope this isn't representative of the movie, because nothing will happen.
Well, Endgame doesn't. Well, Endgame, they don't want to show anything. Like, literally, if they could get away with it, their trailer would just be, "It's good, go see it," and like on a black screen.
Or Thanos T-posing with his butt sticking out.
Yeah, or that. But I mean, like, they don't want to. They don't want to give anything away from this movie.
They should have the Avengers track down Thanos, and he's on like the Fortnite planet.
Attention, Fortnite gamers! Thanos needs your help.
How long until Disney buys Fortnite, I wonder?
Look, Disney can't buy everything, or can
yes,
buy
it can.
Listen, here's how: if our planet survives for a good length of time, Disney will eventually just conquer the world.
Oh.
What do you mean eventually?
I mean, Disney's so big now that their business acquisitions have to get approved by like the board of antitrust to make sure they don't, like, conquer.
And then they'll eventually buy the board of antitrust.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, like the Disney and Fox sales, they're like, they spent time debating to make sure like they're not like just selling them the entire entertainment industry.
Haha! Soon you will all be our slaves. You will live in the Epcot Ball.
It's nice in the Epcot Ball.
It's okay.
I like that ride.
I do.
It's one of my favorite rides. I even remember when they had a space station there. Actually, it's still there. They just painted it in black because they couldn't remove it from the structure without disassembling it. Disney does that a lot, if you notice.
Just like,
well, we can't remove this from the ride because it's built into the building, so we'll just cover it up and hope nobody notices.
Sometimes they'll just repurpose a ride and turn it into something else. Like, I know one of the rides in Epcot. Oh yeah, the Frozen ride was an old Epcot, like, Viking ride.
The Frozen ride was this old Norse ride that I don't think anyone ever cared about in 25 years, so...
I enjoyed it mainly because of that part in the ride where this, like, giant, like, Norse head just goes down into the falls with ye, and you get, like, thrown down
the
into
trolls.
The
I remember that. Yeah. I was just wondering, like,
if
if Frozen is that big a deal, why would you reskin like one of the rides people care about the least into Frozen? Because it's literally the same thing. It's just like you go through the same track on the same boat, except there's like Frozen animatronics instead of like the Norse ones. I was like, why didn't you just make them a new ride?
Well, you do that real quick so you can get people in on the ride because it's Frozen, and then later you make your Frozen ride. Yeah. It's just so you have a cheap, quick ride.
I get the impression.
Like, what was it? A number of the rides do get repurposed like this. If you want to like see an interesting like story of how rides get repurposed and reused, go to the channel Defunct Land. It's actually kind of interesting.
Oh, that's one of my favorite channels. I'm already on top of you there.
Oh well, fuck that then.
I mean, there is one bit of film news we haven't talked about yet.
Oh.
Oh, you guys aren't, like, immediately aware of what I'm leading up to.
No, I'm not.
I can't read your fucking mind.
So you're not thinking about Project Needle Mouse?
Oh!
I thought that was a joke.
No.
Fucking Sonic live action, man.
Do you want me to make things worse? Have you seen the actual picture of him? The one that's not
I
silhouetted.
have, but I thought it was a joke.
No, I haven't. Let me see. Let me see this. Oh my god! So is this the fucking Flyer mascot Gritty's father? Because he looks like that. Why is his face so fat?
Why is this everything so ugly?
You know what though? You know what? I'm gonna take a very controversial opinion here. He looks better than the fucking live action Pokemon.
I mean, oh, it's not a good look either way.
It's not a good look. But you know what? You know what though? He just looks bad. He doesn't look like an eldritch horror beast.
I don't understand why they've done this though. Like, if he's gonna be fully CG anyway, why wouldn't you just stick with the simple modern Sonic design that everyone's gonna know anyway?
Like just Roger Rabbit it, because who cares?
Yeah, because he's already CG. Who cares?
There's been several commercials that have done it. Like there was this Progressive commercial that did it. There was old like Sonic Boom commercials that did it, where they were just running around with the Sonic Boom models for the cartoon, not the game.
Instead, you get this horrifying little gremlin.
It's still better than the Pokemon. I'm not gonna lie though. It doesn't. I just think that looks dumb and think it's funny. Where they are like nightmare fuel.
There's no point in that Pokemon movie as long as Danny DeVito's not Detective.
But this is a controversial opinion because I'm saying a Nintendo thing isn't as good as something else. So
I was trying to figure out why he's going to be hanging out with this guy.
It's a buddy cop film, obviously.
Because that's Chris Thorndike.
Oh my god.
No.
I'll fucking love if that's the thing they keep.
I thought we were done with that.
Chris is never done.
But
So is Robotnik gonna be like a really fat guy?
No, Robotnik's Jim Carrey.
Really?
Yes.
Robotnik's Jim Carrey.
Jesus.
Life is pain.
Okay.
Wow,
Life
he's fallen very far from the days.
You know,
of,
I'm gonna be honest. I think I'll probably enjoy watching the Sonic one more than the Pokemon one because it'll just be funny.
You also prefer Sonic to Pokemon.
I can't even say that is true because I kind of have them at the same kind of
Sonic?
spectrum.
It's not. No one
Is he
is.
not voiced?
I'm pretty sure he's voiced.
He's gonna be voiced. It's Sonic.
You're telling me I've got to go look this shit up now? This has got to be my.
I just want to know if it's Urkel again.
It'll probably be his current voice actor.
It isn't. I'm pretty sure it's someone new.
Did I do that?
Because I mean that would be fun. Yeah, but he actually did a good Sonic.
Yeah, here it is.
Yes.
Ben Schwartz.
Okay, I don't know who that is. That is not Urkel.
Hold on, I'm looking to see if he's been in anything. Oh, he's in Parks and Rec.
Oh no.
I haven't seen that.
That's literally the only thing I can say. His feature film credits include Peep World, Everybody's Fine, The Other Guys, The Walk, This Is Where I Leave You, and Sonic the Hedgehog. Here's his filmography. Let me have a look down here. Wait, he's the voice of BB-8! Or he's a consultant on the voice of BB-8.
When I say BB-8, just beeps.
Just telling you what I'm reading here.
Ugh.
So,
What else?
my favorite poster though is the one where it's just his fucking legs because right by one of his feet is like this. It just says Sonic Wuz here. It's spelled like it's W-U-Z.
Of course it is.
Oh, he's the voice of Leonardo in Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh,
Okay.
and the voice of Dewey in DuckTales.
Okay, yeah, that's fine then. I could see him doing it.
Oh, he's also a couple minor character in BoJack Horseman.
Okay, actually, that's a decent fit, honestly. Like now that you've mentioned the voice acting, the characters he's done the voice of. So yeah, no, he could do a good job with it.
The new Dewey.
Yeah.
Actually, the new DuckTales isn't that bad.
It's actually really good. I like that Huey, Dewey, and Louie are actually separate characters rather than clones.
Sure.
Yeah, but how are they going to run the item shop? Haha, it's a Kingdom Hearts joke.
How are we gonna play the stupid ice cream rhythm mini game? I hate that thing.
Oh my god. Da 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 da.
I don't want to do it 3 times to get.
It's a small world after all.
I hate rhythm games.
So what do we think? Well, so every Kingdom Hearts game, by like law, has to have one really obnoxious part that's like absolutely hating to go back through, right? Like
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts 2 has Atlantica.
Yeah.
But by Atlantica's not as bad in Kingdom Hearts 1, I feel.
Well, I
It
don't
was
know.
pretty
A
bad.
lot of people had trouble
Actually,
with the swing controls.
The one thing I'll say is at least the 1 and 2 was quick, where I just had spent like way too long in the 1 and 1 and annoyed the hell out of me.
Yeah, it just makes you suffer through shitty versions of songs you already like.
The songs that I was indifferent to.
Fucking here, like.
To be honest, they were songs that I was indifferent to, so I didn't care.
I mean, the only
I thought it was funny.
Little Mermaid song I like is Under the Sea.
That's the only one anybody likes.
Well, because it's the best one.
I mean, I like all of them,
is.
but that's because I watched it when I was 2 years old and it burned itself into my brain.
Under the sea. Darling, I'll shank you if you think about going up there. That doesn't go with the music. I will fucking kill you.
I mean, I feel like, considering, no, I'm not going to go down this route to talk about Jamaica. Let's not.
It's not.
You know what? Yeah, let's not.
Let's not stoke that fire, because I know a few Jamaicans, they'll probably kill me.
We heard what you're saying, man.
I mean, one of them's still pissed off after I pointed out the whole beer can thing to him.
Beer can thing?
Yeah, if you say beer can, it makes it sound like they're saying bacon in the stereotypical Jamaican accent.
Beer can!
Yeah, he doesn't like it. He fucking hates it.
Well, tell him to say bacon then, clearly, without a Jamaican accent.
So it's just when
I'm trying to think of a way to do it without making them sound like I was actually quiet, trying to like think in my head.
Yeah, once you hear it, you can't unhear it.
Yeah! I was trying to figure out a way to do it, like, beer can! Beer can! Yeah, I can't! I actually tried! I'm not trying to be a smartass!
See what you've done now.
Oh my god!
I'm never gonna be able to hear beer can without laughing, and I'll have to explain why. Because I'm thinking of someone saying it in an offensive Jamaican accent, and it sounds like bacon.
It's just, man, it's ruined my ability to say it as well. Every time I think it, I'm like, uh-oh. What if he's Jamaican? He might think I've just wanted some bacon. Language is fun like that.
I'm doing that part in the game where you gotta find a place to lay low, and because it's Yakuza 0, they don't give you any hints. There's like, gotta find a place to lay low! Or where do I go?
Place to lay low.
Find a place!
Go to Serena. Oh wait.
This is 0.
Yeah, I know.
They say, when I tried going there, and it's just like, nah, you can't go here. You put people in danger. Okay, do you have any other hints for me? No. Can I have a hint?
No.
You can't go
I think
in
I
there.
actually, when I played this, I looked up a guide, because I was just, like, fucking annoyed.
Yeah. It's kind of bizarre in that Zero's a prequel and a lot of, like, later stuff, and a lot of, like, 6 and Kiwami 2 all kind of feed into elements introduced in Zero. Zero's probably, like, the least friendly one to start with.
Yeah. Actually, wouldn't you guys mind looking it up for me real quick, where I'm supposed to go lay low?
Sure.
So, while you do that, I did think of one dumb thing to talk about. So I was thinking about this the other day, in terms of, like, superheroes and writing them. If you had to pick a character that you think would be the hardest to write, like a superhero character, who would it be and why?
So I can talk about that while I'm reading. You need to go to the Kazuma family office.
Okay, thank you.
It's on Tenkaichi Street.
He wants to lay low. He's
Okay.
going to his family office.
Well,
No one
it's
will
not
ever think to
technically
look for him there.
not technically part of the family anymore. He's just a civilian, as he is in every Yakuza game.
Yeah.
There is actually technically no Yakuza game where Kazuma Kiryu spends most of the game as a Yakuza member.
Where'd they take Goku if he's not in his house? Oh, probably to Master Roshi's place.
Yeah, basically.
That's
Not even the
second place
lookout.
they'd look.
Not even like the only place the androids don't actually know about, which is the lookout.
Oh.
Gotta go straight to fucking Roshi's.
Yeah, I'm actually looking for it on the map. What street did you say it was on? again?
Tenkaichi. It's the one with Serena on it as well. I think it's on the right side.
Because I'm on that street. Let's see. I'm using the map, and I don't. Well, it's not here.
Here, I'll send the map I found.
Because here's the Shigata building. That's Serena itself. It's on Serena right there. That's like the one where they show the marking. That's Serena. I'm at the point where he's just like, I need a place to lay low. Tachibana until Tachibana sends word.
Well, isn't that the big yellow arrow in the top though? On next to the save point up there. Is that the one?
The big yellow arrow is I believe that's your positioning. Yeah, that's your positioning. That's where the player is.
Have you been around the back of Serena then?
Yeah, I went around there.
Right. Back to the search.
Oh, why can't this be like, every other Yakuza game? And not be a pain in the ass. There's the vacant lot. Just wander around for a while. Jesus fucking Christ.
Well, there should be an office, and should be that you go to office intake. I think it's still on that street. I think it's just up on the opposite side from Serena and a bit further down. I think it's closer to the taxi cab than it is to Serena itself. I think.
Because there's no indication on the map.
No, but
why do people say Yakuza? Oh, there we go. I triggered the cutscene. You're right.
yeah.
It just doesn't have a thing on the map because Yakuza 0 is the best entry in the series, right? People tell me this is the best entry.
They are wrong.
I'm going to agree with you. Okay, so anyway, the superhero thing. Now that we finally got that situated.
What was the question again?
Which superhero do you... Actually, let me add to it. Which superhero do you think is the hardest one to write for and why? And who do you think is the easiest?
Batman is by far the easiest.
Yeah, no question.
Because basically, you've already got almost every kind of storyline you're ever going to get out of Batman. You've got all of his villains down. Everyone knows exactly what they're going to be. You know what Batman is going to be in almost every situation. Exactly the same.
Yeah, Batman has the most versatile skill set to where you can just throw him into something and people will just watch it because Batman's there. You don't even need to do like a murder. You don't even need to do anything interesting like a character piece or a mystery thing. All you have to do is throw him a physical challenge and you're good.
Yeah.
And people want to read it because it's Batman.
Probably the most and then the most difficult. Silver Surfer.
Yeah, actually, I agree with that.
Because Surfer it's kind of like Batman. He's got such a versatile skill set that it's hard to justify a lot of challenges for him. On top of that comboed with just general keeping him in character as a miserable bastard who's everyone he knows and loves is dead.
Yeah, he's really hard, because of it. Actually, because of it, it's hard to put him into something that you can feasibly challenge him with.
So he's got the double whammy of he's too strong, so he often enough just gets wharfed.
Yeah. Flash and Superman are also pretty hard to write.
I was gonna say they might be hard, but then again, you can easily come up with a one-off story.
The problem with Flash and Superman is less the difficulty of writing them. It's that they're mostly written by people who don't care about them. Or
they tend to be given. Here's the thing I don't understand. They tend to give a lot of the superpowered characters in DC to writers who actively hate superpowered characters in DC.
Yeah.
Like, they tend to do this with Superman a lot lately. We talked about this before, where they just, like, have this weird obsession with giving him the writers who actively hate Superman, and, hey, let's do another deconstruction of Superman, except for none of them have been good since the Red Sun. And, actually, there was one other one that was decent. It was, like, Secret Identity, I think it was called, or something like that.
Something like that.
That was, like, an Elseworld thing. It was pretty good.
What about the man who is everything?
It's not really him being evil, is it?
That's not really a deconstruction. That was, like, the
No, it's
dream
just,
sequence thing.
no, it's just a good story.
No, yeah, but Superman has
good story.
plenty of great stories. Like,
Yeah,
for the man
he has a lot.
But the man who has everything is also a great story. It's just better in the animated form.
Yeah.
Even
I agree.
it's not even just like opinion. Even what's his face? Alan
The guy who
Moore
wrote it.
came out and said, yeah, it's pretty good though. And that's like basically saying perfection from him.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, it's just this annoying thing with Superman. Oh, it happens more with Superman than the others, where they're just like, all right, we need to appeal to the Batman fans of Superman. Quickly, let's make Superman not Superman. And then nobody likes it.
Let's pair him up with Wonder Woman, because why not?
well, I've made this point before, in that everyone has the idea of Superman, but not any of the context or other attributes. So, infrequently people will say, "I don't like Superman." You say, "Okay, but what books have you read? Have you read like All Star Superman? Have you read like Red Sun? Have you read, For the Man Who Has Everything?"
In fact, a lot of them too, when you ask them, at most they might have seen like the old Superman movies, and that maybe like one of them, and that's about it. At best, that's what you'll get out of people.
So it then becomes is it that you dislike Superman, or that you just dislike the general meme of Superman you've constructed? And that's generally the case, is that people like know about him. They know, he's got all of these powers, he can do this, this, and this. Therefore, why is he's never challenged? It's like, it's clearly inaccurate. He's challenged all the time.
Yeah, the reason I say that they had to have only watched like the first movie and that's about it is because of that. Because even like the cartoon series would throw challenges at him properly, where like that movie was just kind of like Superman kind of dicks around for a little bit, and then
like Darkseid frying his friend before he could do anything.
Yeah.
It's not,
I mean, that's when we're starting it towards the end of the series, but like even before then.
it's kind of like One More Day, how One More Day came about because Joe Quesada, as far as Joe Quesada was concerned, the ideal perfect Superman, Spider-Man, was the freewheeling bachelor Spider-Man that he grew up with.
Yeah.
Spider-Man got a lot of, like, these weird soft reboots involving killing or getting rid of his girlfriends or wives.
Well, it's because, like, everyone's got this... The whole point is that the first instance you see of, like, a superhero or a character is the instance that sticks with you in the incarnation, right?
Yeah.
So, like, a lot of people, like, first incarnation with Batman is, like, animated series Batman. That's why things like the Arkham games spring up, or you get things where they, like, push more for the Bruce Timm and Paul Dini, like, kind of methods. A lot of people's first experience with Superman was the Richard Donner movies.
Yeah.
And a lot, like, my first experience with Spider-Man was the 90s cartoon and the and the 2000 video game. So, like,
what I was getting at was, like, Gwen Stacy was originally killed for the Mary Jane ship.
I mean,
some people were like, "Oh, it was, like I remember seeing something like, oh, it was like a soft reboot," and I was like, "No, it was because the writer wanted to ship him with Mary Jane, so he killed Gwen Stacy."
The correct choice. Mary Jane is like 100 times better than Gwen.
Gwen is like, so other than when she first started being a queen bee, she was just kind of there. Like, outside of like us talking about now, I know you don't like Spider-Gwen, but Spider-Gwen, before that, people just like, oh, remember that corpse, the blonde corpse over there?
Yeah.
All she was known for is dying.
So honestly, I'm more than okay with Spider-Gwen being a thing, because what was Gwen Stacy? Just a corpse.
She was the person who died in an era when you didn't kill those kind of people. Like,
and
girlfriend.
Now it's like
a girlfriend. Well, they're fucked.
Oh, no. Here's how it works with the superhero relationships. Okay, so here I can go down the list and I can tell me a little bit about two superheroes or two characters in a superhero comic, and I will tell you which one will die.
I mean, basically. Oh, which one's the old mentor character? And
Okay. Okay. No. When it comes to like, okay, I'll just break it down. So when it comes to characters in a relationship, the one who will die will be either A, the non-superpowered character, or B, the more popular one. Not even just if they're female. If the female's more popular, she will live and he will die, and vice versa the other way around. If it's a non-powered character, they will always die. And that's kind of how they do it, because they're terrified of doing relationships. Or in the case of Superman and Lois Lane, they'll just reboot the entire universe and break them up.
I think it's less being terrified of doing relationships and the fact that it's such easy drama just to do like, oh hey look, they're happy and in love and whatever, and then but now she's dead and now we can spend ages going, oh I'm sad, very sad. That's the general.
We've done that story. We've done that story so much. It's boring. It's played out. It's done. Yeah, it's tired.
That's the point. Remember, the only reason they even killed Superman way back when was because they were fucking lazy and didn't want to like keep making. Didn't want to like. They wanted an easy thing like year of writing Superman by just having him being dead.
But like, it's just so boring just because.
No, it's lazy. That's comic book writing. Lazy.
It's just so dumb. It's like, oh, we can't have the relationship now because writing relationships is hard. They'll actually say that, and I'm like, no, it's really not. You can do this. You can do the same kind of stories if two people are in a relationship. It's just, oh, these two are also in a relationship. I mean, you can also explore things like, the early awkward stages of a relationship and shit like that if you want. You can do that. There's a lot you can do with a relationship, actually, especially in the early bits.
I agree, but like I said, they are incredibly, incredibly lazy.
They are, but like, it's not even hard. This isn't hard shit. This is just normal shit. Hell, if some of them have been in relationships, which some of them are married, they should be able to know how to write it.
Except when they are married, but we're not allowed to call them married. Mira. Remember that shit? Way back in New 52? Or like after one of the reboots, they decided that marriage was a dirty word in the DC universe.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, everyone was no longer in relationships or they were no longer married because...
One of the writers of, like, Aquaman basically said, no, Arthur and Mira are still married, we just can't call them husband and wife. And it's like, well... I mean, what the fuck are they, then?
New 52 is such a fucking train wreck.
I take offense to that.
How?
Because of my hat. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, think about that.
A shipwreck. A shipwreck, okay?
Yeah, I'll take that. Boats are like trains, but shit.
Car accident.
Yeah.
A multi-car pileup.
A car apocalypse, if you will.
A car apocalypse? Oh no.
It's an in-joke.
God, it's just annoying, man. Like, come on, just do it. Like, this isn't hard. Like, stop it. Stop it. I wish I was the editor for one of them, so like when one of them, like a writer comes in like, alright, so I'm gonna kill off the girlfriend, and I would just have like a little squirt bottle and start spraying in the face like, no! Bad! Go back to your cubicle! Bad!
We want to make
come back when you write something better!
We want to make Captain America a Nazi.
Spray them with water. No, don't do that! Come back when you have an actual idea! What about if we made Magneto a No! Bad! Back to your cubicle.
Pretty sure that'd be like abuse, but they're artists, they deserve it.
Listen, they wanted to make Captain America and Magneto a Nazi. I think they deserve, less than just a squirt bottle. I think they actually deserve a bat to the back of the head.
But I was actually saying
there in their cubicles while a guy walks around with a whip.
I was actually saying
everybody work! Everybody work!
I was actually saying this.
Big man, whip us! We are slaves!
I was actually saying this to Sabo the other day. The problem is comic books now don't exist to sell books. They exist to create stories that will be used for adaptations. So it's kind of, they don't give a shit about the quality of comic books, and it shows. That's like why they can just keep doing these big dumb summer crossovers that always suck.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. So they did end Spider-Gwen, and it actually did have a decent ending. And no, they didn't kill off the character or kill off her dad or anything like that. No, she actually got a good ending.
Oh, that's good.
I'm surprised. I'm as surprised as you are. I mean, the books were good,
What a
but
twist.
I'm so used to comic book bullshit.
Did she fuck off to? Did she return to her home planet?
No.
Oh.
So like her whole identity was exposed, and she no longer really wanted to fight because of all the hells that happened, all the like shit that happened with her fighting. So she basically just became like she basically just started going around rescuing people rather than fighting.
God damn it! Where's her Saiyan pride? You never stop.
She's not a Saiyan.
You never stop fighting.
Just because she has blonde hair and blue eyes doesn't mean she's a Saiyan. It doesn't go up. It doesn't go up in a spiky thing, so she's not a Saiyan.
Yet.
Yeah, yet. Wait till Disney buys Dragon Ball.
This is probably gonna be a long episode because I stumbled into one of those fight for 2 years things.
So yeah, Dragon Ball.
So yeah.
We might as well keep talking. Yeah, I know you're looking at the time and thinking like, oh, isn't this when we usually are going to start ending? Yeah, normally.
Ah, well.
Welp.
I mean,
Oh, look, it's Awano, the guy that Kiryu never actually gets to fight.
yeah.
It's just Majima gets to fight him instead.
I mean, it's just better for Iwano, really.
Probably. Oh, look, there's the guy who will never fucking learn and keeps picking fights with you. Oh, look, am I gonna have to fight him again? Is it my third fight with him? Oh, yeah, my third fight with him. I'm so glad. Hi.
No.
You're so fucking interesting, Kuze.
No one.
I love you so much.
No one in Kamurocho.
Stop showing up.
No one in Kamurocho learns. How many times you have to get shaken down by the same group of people who keep wanting you to pay them because you bumped into them and they need their insurance premiums. And like, no matter how many times Kiryu effortlessly beats the shit out of them, they're always like, no, but this time we can take him.
This time
Yeah, but usually they're not in the main story. They're usually just side shit. But this one, they literally have one of those kind of characters, but he's a main character, and they're trying to be like, no, but Kuze's actually a threat, yo. It's like, no! This is gonna be my third time kicking his ass around the curb. Like, are you kidding me?
Well, the amount of
The first time I fought him, he was intimidating. The second time, it's like, oh alright, I guess. And now we're on the third one, but now he's got brass knuckles.
Well, like, I always favourite is whenever it's like, oh, you're kind of walking down the street, you've just beaten up, like, 10 dudes all at once, then, like, oh, another 10 dudes just show up, and clearly they think, oh, yeah, sure, those other guys, like, they lost horribly, but we got a chance, probably. Any of you, like, a threat? Not really.
Kuze, how many times am I gonna have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Many times as it takes.
Actually, I think it's one more time. I think you fight him one more time in this
Old
game.
people don't learn.
Clearly.
That's why we're in such a fucked up situation everywhere.
Fucking baby boomers. It's all the baby boomers.
See, this wouldn't happen if we just killed everyone above the age of 35.
That's a bad idea.
Is it?
Well, that would mean I only have a couple years left.
Okay. I'm waiting for the bad parts.
I don't like that plan. I won't be able to see Kingdom Hearts 4.
I mean,
I don't think any of us will live long enough to see Kingdom Hearts 4.
I thought this was it. I thought this was it. We were done. Once 3 was out, it's the end of this.
No. This is only the end of the Xehanort saga. Just wait till wait for whatever villain they come up with next.
Perfect Cell Saga.
Maybe
I am unstoppable!
Maybe he'll be everyone twice.
It's me, Aquanort. Oh, fuck, I hit the wrong button. A QTE popped up right while I was hitting a button, and it's like, oh, thanks.
So he splits everyone into
whatever.
their nobodies, and he possesses both of them. So he's like, not only do I have your regular body, I also have your nobody.
Oh no!
I'm you twice.
Not my nobody.
Yes.
I'm you, but also nobody.
Nobody's listening.
I have the power of nothing.
Oh, the power of Seinfeld.
It's a show about
Why
nothing.
do they call it a B-tray?
How do we know when it's over?
There you go.
Fucking Jerry Seinfeld. I'm a bee!
I mean, has anyone actually seen the B movie?
No, nobody's ever watched the B movie. No, I watched it. I watched a version of it where every time they say the word B, it speeds up. So I watched the whole movie.
We've all seen that version.
So we've all seen the B movie. See? Everybody listening to this has probably seen the B movie then.
Probably.
And
I think it's like a 10-minute video, isn't it?
something like that. It's somehow
there we go.
inexplicably more content in that than there is in all of Venom Snake's dialogue in MGS5.
Because Kuze couldn't be a threat, a random thug hits me with a baseball bat in the cutscene, and then Tachibana starts driving like a maniac through it to hit him with his fucking car.
Thanks, Tachibana.
Ah, Kuze, you're such a threat. Like, they might as well just call him, like, fucking... Like, he just needs, like, a little guy to follow him around, so he can just be, like, Rocksteady and Bebop, or Bulk and Skull. Like, one of those fucking incompetent villain groups.
Hey, boss!
So is Bulk
You gotta
and,
get those titles.
is Bulk and Skull just kind of like the live-action versions of Boss from Mazinger?
Kinda.
Except even more useless. Well, no, because
That's not
boss...
true, they're actually more useful.
I mean, they'd become useful. Uh-oh. They've both gotta go. Uh-oh, you gotta go.
The repairman's here. He's gonna repair the fridge.
No. He's not here yet.
Oh.
No, he's not here to repair my 3 fridges. They all work fine.
Are you sure? Have you checked?
Yes, I did. Just before. All 3 of them are still working.
I mean, now you know why New Jersey's so cold, though.
I have 3
It's because everybody has multiple. Yeah, Sabo has 3 fridges and he just like leaves them open. He's trying to create global cooling.
No, he's Captain. No, it turns
warming.
out Sabo is Captain Cold.
Oh no! How'd you figure that out?
I guess it could be worse. He could be Professor Coldheart.
I mean, it could be worse. It could be like half the versions of Killer Frost.
Worse, I could be Batman and Robin, Mr. Freeze.
I'm trying to think of a good version of Killer Frost, and I'm drawing a blank.
It is actually kind of difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't think of a Killer Frost and like.
The latest comic one is actually pretty good.
Yeah, but then I have to read DC Comics, and and lately their books have been
used exclusively.
Killer Frost became kind of amusing in Flash TV, but that was only after a season of her being annoying.
I mean, that would also require you to watch the Flash TV show, and we all know.
Yeah,
we all know my thoughts on that.
Yes, never.
It's your favorite show.
I wouldn't mind it so much if not for the fact that they spent like entire seasons on time travel plots, but they're not consistent about it. So like they do shit like, oh, but like you can't change the past because it's already, you can't change the future because it's already happened. So like nothing you do actually matters except when it does. So then like one of them,
I would just give them props. Last season they didn't use time travel once.
Well, didn't they swear not to do it after the fiasco?
He's like, I'm never going to time travel ever again because all I do is break things.
After the fiasco that was Savitar, who turned out to be an evil time clone of Barry Allen, who you'd think the simple solution to defeat Savitar would just be not create this time clone, right? Don't make the time clone. Savitar never has to exist. But apparently, this line of thinking was too much for them to consider. So
no. It was that, if Iris died, he'd be so angry that he'd make a time clone anyway, so Iris couldn't die. That's why, when they save Iris, he fades from existence.
Except he doesn't instantly fade. He has 5 or so. He's got hours before time catches up with him.
Yeah,
even though there was that one episode in the same season where Barry Allen gets amnesia, and instantly Savitar also has amnesia.
Yes.
So
how Reverse Flash instantly died when the guy shot himself.
And it's because this was airing around the same time the Zamasu arc was getting dubbed.
Yeah.
And it's fucking baffling to me that Dragon Ball put more thought into how its time travel system worked.
I kept trying to jump in and make a crack, or I was gonna be like, "Hey, listen, we can't all do time travel like Dragon Ball."
it's still bullshit, but at least it's consistent bullshit.
Yeah,
Like, it doesn't break its
which
own
is surprising
rule.
for Dragon. Which is surprising for Dragon Ball because they'll break their own rules if they feel like it sometimes, like the Potara earrings.
It's like,
Super like broke its own rules several times before that, and even after that.
Earrings. Oh yeah, there turns out the earrings weren't actually permanent anyway. Except on
I
the
still
one-
think it's funny that GT is the most consistent with the rules that Z stopped with and kept with those rules, but Super just when Super came around, it's just like let's just change these rules.
Super doesn't care.
I still think that's funny. I was thinking, like, I know Train Man and I have said this before, but I was thinking about it, like now that Super's been over for a while, I do honestly think I like GT more than Super. Because Super had like some fun shit in it.
That's like heresy if you say that.
I know it is, but like one of the things that bugs me in Super is that barring the Zamasu arc, the stakes for every single arc were non-existent.
yeah. They're just kind of fighting
Like-
because they're just kind of fighting because they want to, not because like if they don't, everyone dies.
And even the one time they tried to do that, nobody cared. Like, towards the end with the Tournament of Power arc, and then they immediately in the Tournament of Power arc just like threw that out the window, like, oh yeah, he wasn't going to actually delete
Yeah,
them.
but the thing is, like, everyone knew going into it. Like, every audience member knew how that was going to go. Like,
I still like though. But I still like though is that of the cast, the only fucking character who gave a shit about the whole universe deletion thing was fucking Gohan, and I think Piccolo.
the other problem with Super is that even though it keeps on trying to introduce concepts that should allow for other people to do things, it very rarely follows through on them. So, like,
Yeah.
Frieza and his army kind of means the other characters get to, like, do something, and no, not really. They're just a bunch of mooks who exist to fill time until we can get to the, fight.
The Jiren Goku fight.
Oh, you got the tournament. You got tournament between Universe 6 and 7. That might mean someone other than some people who aren't Saiyans will get to do something. And it's like,
Nope.
no, Piccolo's taken out by a guy who he could have beaten. And it's not even like him losing would have been a problem. He could have still exposed Frost and then beaten him,
Right.
and then lost to Hit because Hit would have just won anyway. Actually, would have gone against Vegeta, so.
Would have been interesting, but
But my point
can't
is-
have anyone other than Goku or Vegeta do anything.
Then Zamasu arc kind of builds up. Oh, but Trunks is going to do something, and then it's like only at the very end, really.
And then it doesn't matter because then Zenu
It
deletes the
didn't
universe.
change anything. And then, then you get to Tournament of Power, and it's like But the problem is at that point, it's like, well, none of this matters. It's like, yeah, Roshi can take out all these people, but like, oh no, they're all dead. Except clearly they're not going to die because, fuck me, that's not what this franchise is. You don't just introduce a whole bunch of people just to kill them. They couldn't keep.
They
couldn't keep.
especially with them now being more of a merchandise juggernaut. You knew when they made them it was to make toys.
Yeah, basically. Like, I mean, they couldn't even keep 17 and 18 dead. They couldn't keep 17 and 18 dead. So, like, why the fuck would you think they'll keep like Saiyan girls dead?
Well, 16.
Yeah, but 16 was at least during a dramatic moment.
Yeah, but 16 is the only one that like never came back somehow.
That's because he was never alive to begin with. No, not because he's a robot.
Yeah.
Because he's a ginger.
Oh my god. God fucking damn it. You know what? We can actually end here because that was a save. So let me just pause. Come on, let me pause. Come on, game. Let me pause. I get it. A man's worth. I don't care. Let me pause the damn game.
I mean, I'm sad because I wanted it to end on
There
you
we go.
just saying, "God damn it."
No, you think I'm gonna give you that?
Yes.
Fuck you.
No.
Alright, guys. We're still ending near that thing, you motherfucker. Hope you enjoyed Train Man Says Something Offensive,
Oh,
Part
come
37.
on. Red-headed people know the score.
Have a good day!